Hey guys, Andrew here. Welcome to the NaNoWriMo tips. It is National Novel Writing Month 2016. Today is day 30. So yesterday you will remember that I said you should hit like your biggest word count for NaNoWriMo. Yesterday, like my record was 6,000 words in one day for NaNoWriMo 2016. My record 6,000 words. Yesterday I knocked out 8,000 words. So I'm really happy with that. That took me about 7 hours. So I now set my record yesterday of 8,000 words. My manuscript now sits at 82,000 words for this first draft. And I am like totally pumped and over the world. I'm also like exhausted. This has been 30 days and it does take out a lot of energy, as you know. And yeah, so anyway, like I'm really happy to have hit 82,000 words. You will remember that my initial target was 60. That moved to 70 and then it moved to 80, and so I'm sitting on 82,000 words right now. Today I'm just going to write as many words as possible. Like at this stage there's very little else that you can do because it's the last day. I'm just going to spend today looking to smash 8,000 word target. So I set my target yesterday at 8,000. Today I'm just going to try and beat 8,000 and like not care for anything, and just go out and get that smashed. Today's like topic of conversation is that in NaNoWriMo, like there are no losers. Well, that's not strictly true. I mean, there's two ways to lose at NaNoWriMo. The first way to lose is to not enter at all. If you don't enter, then you can't get a book written, so you've automatically lost by not entering. Now, for those of you that did enter, because the whole concept of NaNoWriMo is that you write a 50,000 word first draft in 30 days. And so a lot of you will say to yourselves, oh, I haven't written or haven't reached 50,000 words. I'm now like one of the losers. Myself, I lost the first 3 NaNoWriMos because I didn't hit the 50,000 word count. So I count those first 3 years as losses, okay? But at the same time, this is my 6th year. I lost my first 3 NaNoWriMos. My last 2, I hit 50,000 words each. And then this year I've hit like 82,000 words, right? So I've really smashed it this year. My point, however, is that, okay, so the first 3 years I didn't hit the 50,000 word mark. So I count those up as losses, but I wasn't a loser because, I learned, you learn so much even by not hitting the 50,000 word count. You learn like things about, you learn things about yourself as a writer, like how do you pace things naturally, like you can always look up how to pace a novel, but how do you pace yourself as a writer? You learn things like that about yourself, and you learn so much through the failure anyway, to the point whereby that's not actually a loss. That's a huge gain because you'll have learned something about yourself as a writer that, things you just didn't know before. So the second way to lose NaNoWriMo is to fail at it but not learn like the lessons that this experience has given you as a writer. So if you're like me and you didn't hit 50,000 words the way I didn't in my first 3 years, it's only a bad thing if you don't learn from it. Like I took my lessons from those first 3 years, built upon them, and I then crushed my next 2 years by hitting 50,000 words, and then I smashed it this year by hitting the 85. And that's what I'm saying, it's really good to like learn from your mistakes and learn from like losses like that. The only 2 ways to lose NaNoWriMo is by not entering and then not learning from the experience. Okay, like that's what this is about really when you think about it, like developing yourself as a writer. So well done for entering, and if you don't hit the 50,000 word mark, like you're not actually a loser. You're only a loser if you don't learn from it and you don't like reflect upon like your own strategy and yourself, who you are as a writer in your own heart, because that only really comes out when you're like knocking out a manuscript, like knocking out a first draft. So make sure, like, I suppose what you want to be doing here is like reflecting upon why you didn't hit the 50,000 word, not like to rub your nose in it or anything, but just like have a wee think back and reflect upon like what you did do right, maybe what you didn't do right, all these kind of things, and like just like store it all inside your head, because this is you developing as a writer as you move forward, like for the rest of your life. Let's face it, I mean, if you're anything like me, I mean, we're all individuals, but I don't know about you, but I know I will be writing like for the rest of my life. Like I love writing. I do love creative writing, and I love putting together like novels and whatnot. And hopefully you're the same. You know what I mean? So this is just like 1 month, across your whole life where I mean you're going to be writing more books anyway. So take stock of what happened over the last 30 days for your NaNoWriMo experience, because you're going to need to remember all those wee tips and tricks that you learned on the way and that you picked up on the way, and like store that in your brain for like next year's NaNoWriMo. Okay, right, I'm going to head off, and like say yesterday, super pumped about the fact that I hit 8,000 words in one day, and today I'm just going to go out and write as much as I can, and I'm really hoping to like break through 8,000 words today. My personal record, 12,000 words. I don't know if I'm going to beat that, but I'm just going to aim for beating 8,000 words today, and just see how it goes. If I fall short and only come up with like 4,000 words, like I'm not even going to beat myself up over it. Really, I think as a minimum, as long as I can hit 85,000 words today with like 3,000 words, that'll get me to the 85 mark. Like that has to be the minimum for me today. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll chat to you soon. Hey guys, thanks for watching. You can hit subscribe below and stay tuned for more NaNoWriMo tips. And if you have any creative writing headaches, just leave your comments in the comments box below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.